Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
In continuation to the last class, so in the last class we discussed about scalars and vectors, then position and displacement vectors. In continuation to that, now equality of vectors, equality of vectors. So it means equal vectors, right? So what are equal vectors? What are equal vectors? So two vectors A and B are said to be equal if and only if they have the same magnitude and same direction. So please try to understand two vectors. So for example, we have taken A and B. So you can take P, Q, R, S, whatever it may be, X and Y. So namely two vectors A and B are said to be equal if and only if they have the same magnitude and the same direction, right? So for example, you see the picture. So this is the vector A, that is initial point is O, ending point is P. Here it is vector B, initial point is Q and the ending point is S, okay, right. So this is A vector, it is B vector. So here the length of this vector, the magnitude of vector A is equal to magnitude of vector B, and these two are also parallel to each other, so that in this picture A and B vectors are said to be equal vectors. So when two vectors are said to be equal vectors? When they are having equal magnitude and same direction, right? So same magnitude and same direction. Suppose if you see the second one, next picture, here if you observe carefully, it is vector A dash, it is vector B dash, right? So it is from O dash to P dash. So initial point and ending point. Here also initial point is Q dash, ending point is S dash. Anyhow, this is the vector A bar, A dash, this is the vector B dash, right? If you observe carefully, here the magnitude of vector A dash is equal to magnitude of vector B dash. So the magnitude of these two vectors is same, but it has its own direction, this has its own direction. These two are not parallel to each other. These two are not parallel to each other. So even though the magnitude is same for A dash and B dash, the direction is different. So these two vectors are not equal vectors, and moreover you can say that these two vectors are unequal vectors, right? So whereas if you go for first picture, just if you shift this vector, so remember one important property of vectors, one vector can shift anywhere in that plane without changing its magnitude and direction. So that is very important. So one thing is very important, that is the property of vectors, that is what one vector, any vector, whatever it may be, either A or B or A dash or B dash, whatever it may be the vector, you can shift into anywhere in that plane, without changing its magnitude and direction, So according to that property, suppose if you shift this vector b to this side, then what will happen? So, the b will completely coincide with a, because the magnitude is same and direction is also same. So, that is why a and b are said to be equal vectors, whereas if you come for this picture, that is a dash and b dash. So, the magnitude is same, but direction is different. So, these two vectors are not equal vectors. You can say a dash and b dash are unequal vectors. Okay, right. Next, multiplication of vectors by real numbers. Multiplication of vectors by real numbers, right? See here. So, it is what? Equality of vectors. This is now we are going to discuss multiplication of vectors. See here. Multiplying a vector a, for example, we have taken one vector, that is a. Multiplying a vector a with a positive number, lambda. So, it is a positive number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anyone, but it is a positive number, right? It is not 0, it is not like minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 like that. It is a positive number, right? Gives a vector. So, multiplying a vector a with a positive number lambda gives a vector whose magnitude is changed by the factor lambda, but the direction is same as that of a. So, whatever it may be the vector, when you multiply that vector with the real number, the magnitude is going to change, but direction is same. So, how much the magnitude will change means that by the factor. So, suppose if you are going to multiply the vector a with 2, so the magnitude will become double. Suppose if you are going to multiply with the number lambda, the magnitude will be like this, that is what? Lambda into a, here you can see. So, modulus of lambda a is equal to lambda into modulus of a if lambda is greater than 0, right. So, this is about multiplication of vectors. So, what I told in this multiplication of vectors ma? So, whenever you multiply a vector with a positive number, the magnitude is changed by that factor lambda, but the direction is same as that of a. So, modulus of lambda into a is equal to, lambda is a real number, no? So, it is a positive number. So, you can take it outside. So, it is a vector. If lambda is greater than 0, so this you can apply to any number. For example, a into 2 will become 2a, a into 3 will become 3a. So, if you multiply a given vector a with 3, the magnitude will be increased 3 times. The magnitude is changed by 3 times. Suppose if you multiply it with 4, the magnitude is changed by 4 times. Okay. So, it goes on, right. You can see one important note here. If we multiply a constant velocity vector, so what is meant by constant velocity? The magnitude and direction. Velocity is a vector quantity, no? Velocity is a vector quantity. So, it has both magnitude and direction. It also obeys the laws of triangle law, laws of vector addition, namely triangle law and polygon law. So, if you multiply a constant velocity vector by duration of time, so it is like velocity into time, then you will get a displacement vector, because here time is a scalar quantity, no? So, it is like a lambda. So, here how we are multiplying a vector a bar with lambda. Similarly, here constant velocity vector we are multiplying with a number, that is what? Time is a scalar quantity. So, finally, we will get a displacement vector. Okay, that is right. Here itself one more point I will tell you. Suppose you are multiplying with positive number, it is okay. So, that we already discussed. Suppose if I am going to multiply with minus lambda, like minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, what will happen? You will get a negative vector. For example, there is a vector a. Suppose if a is multiplied with 2, then what will happen? You will get another vector with the magnitude 2 times to the initial vector. Initially it is a ma. Now we are going to multiply with 2. So, what is the magnitude? 2a. So, magnitude changed by 2 times, magnitude increased by 2 times. Okay. So, when magnitude is increased by 2 times, the resultant will be 2a. Suppose instead of multiplying with 2, if you multiply with minus 2, what will happen here? Minus 2a will come. So, initially it is plus 2a, when you multiplied a vector with 2, now it is minus 2a when you multiplied the same a vector with minus 2, right. So, that is plus 2a, it is minus 2a. So, this plus 2a and minus 2a are the minus 2a is the negative vector of plus 2a, minus 2a is the negative vector of plus 2a. So, when you multiply it with a negative number, you will get a negative vector, you will get a negative vector, okay, right. Next, we are going to see addition and subtraction of vectors. So, till now we completed equality of vectors and multiplication of vectors by real number. Now, addition and subtraction of vectors, addition and subtraction of vectors, right. If you go for scalar, addition and subtraction is general, just how we are, just scalar is what, like a ordinary numbers, no. So, how we are going to add two ordinary numbers? For example, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Similarly, 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So, if you take two scalar quantities you can add and subtract as or how we are doing adding and subtracting for ordinary numbers. But in case of vectors, it is not possible because vectors having both magnitude and direction. So, direction also important, right. So, in case of addition and subtraction of vectors, for example, it is a vector, right, this is b vector, it is a vector, it is b vector. See here, just now I told you one important point when I was explaining equality of vectors. So, what is that important point? That is the property of one of the property of vectors, right. So, one vector you can shift anywhere in that plane, without changing magnitude and direction. So, these are the two vectors, no, basically it is a vector, it is b vector, right. So, a vector we are writing as it is, no, just we shifted from here to there, see, just we shifted from there to here, right. Similarly, b vector, see here, right, see the arrow. So, b vector as it is we change it to here, it is O, P, Q, it is A, it is B, right. So, this is one vector A, this is one vector B. So, it is the tail of A vector, it is the head of the A vector, it is the tail of the B vector, it is the head of the B vector, right. So, here also suppose if it is A, it is the tail of the A vector, it is the head of the A vector, it is the tail of the B vector, it is the head of the B vector, right. So, you have to remember tail and head, because how we are going to join is also important, no, right. Actually, here just we are shifting, we are not changing the tail and head of any particular vector, right. So, A is as it is, B is also as it is, just we shifted from one place to another place without changing their magnitude and direction, that is, okay, right. So, namely the points where we joined the head of the A to the tail of the B is namely P, right. So, it is O, it is Q, means this OQ also you can join like this, right. So, if you join from O to Q, you will get a new vector, that is the resultant of these two vectors. So, this is the resultant of addition of these two vectors, right. R is equal to A plus B, right. So, it is A, it is B, R is equal to A plus B. So, A plus B is the resultant of when we are going to add A to B, right. So, A plus B is the resultant of addition of these two vectors, namely A and B. So, R is nothing but resultant, R is equal to result or resultant, R is equal to A plus B, okay, right. Similarly, you see this picture, this is what, this is A and it is B. just we are going to, the shifting will be different. So, A will be here, the same A will come here, right. Then this is the B here. So, B shifted from here to there. So, here also the same shifting of B. Then this is the resultant. So, observe carefully, right. So, if it is tile of the B, it is the head of the B, it is the tile of the A, it is the head of the A. So, when we are going to join these two as shown in the figure, right. So, this will be the resultant, R is equal to B plus A, R is equal to B plus A, right, or A plus B, whatever it may be. So, that is the resultant of two vectors A and B. So, that is the resultant of addition of two vectors, right. If you go for three vectors, just imagine, right. So, with this because of these two pictures you understood how we have to shift, how we have to join. Similar to this situation, you just imagine if three vectors are there, for example, A, B, C, right. See this is A, it is B, it is C, right. So, A, B, C. Then what about the resultant? See here, right. So, this is A, this is B arrow, it is C arrow, right. So, this is A plus B plus C. So, here we are adding three vectors, vectors are 3 in number, right. So, it is A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C, right. Here itself if you observe carefully, this is one triangle, this is another triangle, this is another triangle, this is also one triangle and this is also one triangle. So, 4 triangles are here, right, 4 triangles you can see, okay. Suppose if you see that so just according to our concept, right, if you join these two, because it is B, it is C now. So, what about this? It will give us B plus C, it will give us B plus, this is B, this is C, means it will be B plus C. Similarly, it is A, it is B no. So, this is what? A plus B, this is what? A plus B, right. So, however you are going to move from one place to another place, however you are going to take whatever it may be the vectors. So, according to triangle of, this is called as triangular method, triangle method, and you can also call it as head to tile method. So, this process of adding two vectors, right, is called as triangle method or head to tile method. You can see the information also, see here. To find the sum A plus B, we place vector B so that its tile is at the head of the A vector, right, as shown in this figure, right. So, it is head, H-E-A-D, head, it is D, right, of the vector A as shown in the figure. Then we join the tile of the A, right. So, as I told you already how to join, right. As we join the tile of A to the head of the B, tile of the A to the head of the B, this line OQ, this line OQ represents a vector or bar, right. It is the head of the B, it is the tile of the A. So, when you join this one, so this will give us, this vector represents Kepler, right. That is the sum of the vectors A and B, sum of the vectors A and B. So, this method is called head to tile method, head to tile method or triangle method, okay, right. Next point, see here, vectors addition is commutative, right. So, vectors addition follows the commutative property, satisfies the commutative property, that is what? A plus B is equal to B plus A. If you took two vectors A and B, then you can write A plus B is equal to B plus A, which is just because of commutative property. So, vectors addition follows or satisfies the commutative property, so that you can write. Even for three vectors also you can write, but it is associative law. Vectors addition also obeys associative law, that is A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C, right. Okay. Next, the magnitudes of the two vectors are the same and the direction are opposite, then the resultant vector due to the addition will be a null vector or zero vector, right. So, this is another point, and here It is also belongs to the addition of vectors, but because of addition of two vectors, we are getting a new vector, namely null vector or zero vector, right. So, what he is saying is, you just take one vector, for example, like A, and add a negative vector and add negative vector of the same vector. For example, you are taking A. What is the negative vector of A? It is minus A. Now, you add this negative vector of A, that is minus A, to the A. Then what will happen? You will get a null vector. You will get a null vector. So, for the null vector, the magnitude is 0, but direction is not specified. So, direction of null vector cannot be specified. Okay, right. So, the magnitudes of the two vectors are the same and the directions are opposite. Then the resultant vector due to the addition will be a null vector or zero vector, right. So, see this vector A, and it is negative vector of the first vector, that is minus A. So, if you add these two, right, then it will be null vector. So, it is a null vector. See that direction is there. So, cannot be specified. Here modulus of 0 bar is also equal to mod. So, anyhow the magnitude of null vector or zero vector is 0, direction cannot be specified. And see some operations. So, null vector with another vector, then you will get the same vector. So, A bar plus 0 bar is equal to A bar. Similarly, if you multiply this null vector with a positive number, okay, with a positive number, then the same vector will come, right. It is what? Null vector only. Next, if you multiplied this null vector, right, with the magnitude of some other vector, also you will get the same, that is what? Null vector, right. So, the multiplication of null vector with any other vector will give us null vector only. The multiplication of null vector with any positive number will give us null vector only. The addition of null vector with any other vector will give other vector only, right. So, that is, see here. So, that is the difference between this one and these two, right. Okay. Next, this null vector in our daily life situation, right, where we come across this null vector means, see this. Suppose if a body moves from P to P dash, just imagine, suppose it is P, it is P dash. Suppose if a body moves from P to P dash and then comes back to P. If a body moves from P to P dash and then comes back to P, then the displacement of a body is null vector. Displacement of a body is null vector, right. So, if you observe carefully this example, this is the starting point, this is the next point, and then this is the starting point. So, there is no difference, there is no difference between, there is no distance between initial point and final point is the same. P is the initial point and P is the final point. So, what is the definition of displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance from initial position to final position covered by a body. Initial position to final position covered by a body. So, that what I am saying is, if a body moves from P to P dash and then comes back to P, then the displacement of a body is null vector. So, it is the best example of null vector or zero vector, okay, right. Similarly, if you want, I can give one more example, right. So, that is also our daily life. So, that is what, suppose you take a stone and throw it upwards. You take a stone and throw it upwards, then at one particular point, right. So, when you are going to throw a stone upwards, it goes like this, right. So, at its maximum highest point, definitely at certain point its velocity becomes 0, right, but acceleration exists. So, the point where its velocity becomes 0, so then you can say that the velocity is 0 vector at that point, because basically velocity is a vector, but at that moment the magnitude is 0, So, for a vertically projected up body at its maximum highest point, its velocity is 0. So, the velocity is a 0 vector, okay, right. Next, we are going for subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of vectors, right? See this. We define the difference of two vectors A and B as the sum of two vectors A and minus B. A and minus B, right? Before coming this topic, I already told you what is meant by negative vector. What is meant by negative vector, right? So, if you take one vector, for example A, you just multiply with minus 1. Just multiply with minus 1, then you will get minus A. So, minus A bar is the negative vector of A bar. Similarly, minus B bar is the negative vector of B bar. Okay, right. So, here subtraction in vectors is nothing but adding one vector and the negative vector of another vector. So, please try to understand why I am saying like this and what is there. Subtraction of two vectors is nothing but adding of one vector and negative vector of another vector. For example, I need to subtract B from A, right? So, what is my task? I need to subtract B from A. So, I want to find out A minus B, right? So, in vectors, A is same, no problem, but you have to write the negative vector for B, that is what? Minus B bar. Now, you have to add A bar and minus B bar, A bar and minus B bar, right? So, A minus B, A plus of minus B is equal to A minus B, A plus of minus B is equal to A minus B, right? So, this is the thing which happens in case of subtraction of vectors, right? Pictorially also you see this, this is A, it is B. When it is B, this is minus B, no? When it is B, this is minus B, right? See here. When it is B, this is minus B, right? So, this minus B is going to add to A. See here, it is A, it is minus B, it is plus B only, right? So, do not get the confusion here. It is from here to here, it is plus B only, right? From here to here, it is minus B, right? So, one vector you can shift anywhere in that plane without changing its magnitude and direction, okay, right? So, when it is B and this is A, as usually, so according to the concept of addition of vectors, triangular method, otherwise head to tile method, head to tile, TAIL, head to tile method, it is A, it is B means it is A plus B. If you go here, if it is A, it is minus B, this will be A plus of minus B, otherwise A minus B, A minus B, right? That is, okay. So, it is A, it is minus B, this will be A minus B. So, that is why just to show the difference, here we have written R1, here it is R2, but there is no difference, no, just in both the cases we are adding. So, subtraction of vectors is also like adding of two vectors, but there is some condition. What is the condition? Adding of one vector and the negative vector of another vector, negative vector of another vector, that is important, right? So, this picture shows us the difference between addition of vectors and subtraction of vectors, okay, right? So, through triangular method, right? Not only this, this addition of vectors is also possible by parallelogram method, So, here we are seeing three pictures, na? So, these three pictures are explaining about the addition of two vectors in parallelogram method, right? So, this is one vector A, this is another vector P. So, it is from 0 to P, A. So, for A it is the starting point, ending point, for B also it is the starting point and ending point. It is A vector, it is B vector, right? So, now we are going to join these two vectors, right? A, B, it is OP, it is OQ, right? So, if you are going to join these two vectors, so it is R. So, this is the B vector now. So, this B vector you can shift from here to here. So, see this picture, right? So, when it is A, it is B, right? It is R, R is equal to A plus B, R is equal to A plus B. R is the resultant vector of A vector and B vector. A vector and B vector. So, in this manner you can add two given vectors by parallelogram method also, right. Actually it is what is head and tail method or triangular method, it is parallelogram method, okay, right. So, in this class we discussed equality of two vectors. There we discussed what are equal vectors, what are unequal vectors. Next we discussed multiplication of vectors by real numbers. So, if you multiply a given vector with positive real number, what happened, and negative number, what will happen, that we discussed. Next addition and subtraction of vectors, right. So, the two given vectors, how can we add? So, we discussed head to tail method or triangular method, how can we add two given vectors. Next we started to discuss and we also discussed, that is subtraction of vectors.